What is up, you guys? It's your girl Tia Breshnae, and I'm back once again with another video. So today's video is going to be a story time, and today's story time is about my first boyfriend, my first love, first breakup, So we about to go ahead and get into this video. So go ahead and grab your popcorn, your drinks, your snacks, whatever you need, because this is about to be a story.
If you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah.
We're about to go ahead and get into this video. So I gotta give him a name. We're gonna name him Donald. Okay, so me and Donald. Y'all, I'm so dead. But anywho, so me and Donald didn't know each other. We knew of each other when we first seen each other, I guess, if that makes sense. But I first seen him at JCLC. If you don't know what that is, that's like a boot camp in high school for high schoolers. There you go. It's like a military base camp. Like you do like training and stuff it's like military training, but you're in school. Like you're not in the actual military. So we went there. I was in 10th grade. He was in 9th grade. So we are like a year behind in school wise, but our age wise, he's like 6 months younger than me. So we was there and I seen him. Like I just seen him and I said hey to him from time to time. Like I never really had a conversation with him. So when the school came back around, because this was like the summertime, because the camp is in summertime. So when school got back around, I was in 11th grade, he was in 10th grade. And so we met in Colonel Webb's class, and that's like a ROTC, which is like a military thing for high schoolers. It's like a class. So like you learn like the basics, like the ranks and all of that good jazz. And then we had like classes that were drill and Raider team, rifle team, all those teams or whatever in those like in RTC. And it's where like you compete and all this stuff, go to nationals, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. So we met in Colonel Webb's class. We had to talk to each other because like we did exercise together, we had to work on projects together, stuff like that. And me and him got really close. I don't know how we got close, how we started talking, but we got close. Then we exchanged numbers, and he would text me, I'll text him, he'll text me, blah, blah, blah. So we went back and forth. Like he'd call some nights, and we just talked as friends. There was no type of relationship, none of that in like that area because he was in a relationship at the time. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not even thinking about a relationship. I'm not thinking about boys. He's just a good friend that I have that I talk to. So everybody thought we were dating because like when we hang out in like RTC, like we would talk, we would giggle, laugh, blase, blase. And they was like, oh my God, you're dating? And I'm like, no, we're not dating. And so then my friend Lomar, and I will probably do a story time about him. May he rest in peace. He always wanted us to date, and so he made us a bet. And if I lost the bet, I would have to date him for like 2 months. I think it was 2 months. I don't remember, but so I ended up losing the bet, and it was crazy. So I was like, okay, so how am I gonna get this boy to talk to me or whatever? So then once we got close and him and his girlfriend broke up, and so I was like, okay, I guess this is my opportunity, so I guess I'll talk to him more. So our conversations went from like friend conversation to like really personal. Like we had personal conversations with each other. And then like our conversations like started, and then they got deeper and deeper and deeper. So one day in the near future of those conversations, he told me that he wanted to talk to me, that he liked me, he thought I was cute. and he wanted to date me, and I was like, I don't know, like, this is my first actual boyfriend, like my first actual relationship, like I don't know like what to do or anything. So I talked to my best friend about it, and she was like, Tia, go ahead, girl, go ahead, do your thing. So I was like, okay. So we had our conversations at night. We got into like deeper conversation, and he told me things he liked about me, things that he's seen in me, and I said the same things about him. One thing that I really loved about him was his smile. His smile was so beautiful, and it's beautiful to this day. But that's neither here nor there. So, on the day that he asked me out, I think it was November 6th. Yeah, November 6th, 2016. And we was outside at the practice football field, and we was walking around, and then he was like, well, I was doing some thinking, and I was just wondering if you wanted to date me. Like, we don't have to date long. We can just, date for a little bit and just break up if like that's what you want to do. So I was like, okay, that's fine, cool. So then he was like, T, you want to go out with me? And I was like, yeah. So we started dating, and like our conversations got deep. They got real deep. They got personal, girl. And then like we stayed on the phone all night, knowing that we gonna see each other the next day. And so like once everybody like started to see that we were actually dating, they was like, oh my God, like you're so cute, blah 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 blah. And so then like we would take like our pictures together were so cute. Like we always took pictures. And even though I delete those pictures, but I do still have some that I might post them up here somewhere. And so like we just, started from there. So when we was in RTC class, they called us the power couple. So we would do like when we go on trails, we always sit together, we always did all this stuff together. Like every event that I went to, he was there supporting me, I was there supporting him. And then he was also a football player as well. So me, your girl, got to support her man. So I was at like every football game, every home football game, I was there. Like before the games, I'll give him a little hug and a little kiss, on the cheek or whatever. Be like, babe, have a good game. I don't know, I was thinking. Then like his mom gave me a little pin, and it was like my football player 74 or whatever, because that's what his number was. And so then after all of that, this like November time is when we started dating. So then when January, February came around, when we was about to break up. So we had our military ball. The military ball is like RTC, like an RTC prom basically. It's like where you dress up, you go, we have like a formal dinner, we dance, we eat, have a little program, stuff like that. So your girl, he was my date, of course, and your girl had to slay. So I went and I found this dress, because I always wait till last minute to do everything. So I found this dress. It was like a little pink dress, and I told him, I was like, I'm wearing pink, and if that's what you want to wear, like let's wear it. So we pulled up at military ball. I think this was the day like we decided like if we were going to still talk or we were going to stop talking. So we put up at military ball. My mama dropped me off because I wasn't driving then. So mama dropped me off, and I was waiting on him. Me and my best friend was there. We was just taking pictures, and so he pulled up. I think his mama dropped him off. I don't know if he drove or his mama dropped him off, but he pulled up. He got in the car, and he seen me, and he started smiling. He was like, oh my God, you look good, girl. And I was like, something slight, nothing major. And so like he hugged me, kissed me, and then we went inside. We took a little pictures and whatnot. I don't think I have those pictures, but if I do, I'll put them up here. We took pictures and all. So after like the whole military ball thing was over, we was outside, and I didn't call my mama until like later, because I had to spend a little time with him. So, and mind you, I didn't tell my parents about us dating. Like I didn't tell them at first. So once we was sitting on there talking, like we sat on the little thing, and he was like, well, I think that, we can continue this relationship because I like you, and we just gonna continue. And he was like, you want to continue with her, or you just want to break up? I was like, I guess so. You cute or whatever. So we continued our relationship. So this was February's time. So then March came around, April, May, and I'm like, yo, we still in a relationship? Like, this is weird. So yeah, I don't even know how I was as a girlfriend. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what I was thinking. So I think it was around April when my dad found out, because I didn't tell my dad. Like, I didn't tell my dad that I was dating this guy. Like, none of that. So there was, like, I think it was a step show, or it was a dance or something that they had at, like, the school. So I told my daddy, I was like, I want to go. Like, he was like, why you want to go? I was like, I just want to go. Like, let's go. So we went, and he was there. I was texting him. I was like, I'm here, I'm sitting up in the bleachers. When you get here, come sit by me. So we tried to sit, like, in the far, like, where nobody could see us, because, like, I didn't want my daddy finding out and all of that. So him and my daddy. So my daddy and his mother was walking in, and they was talking, like, having a little casual conversation. And I guess she told him that I was dating her son, because my daddy looked at me, and I was like, I was telling Donald, I was like, your mama just told my daddy that we're dating. And he was like, no, she didn't. My mom wouldn't do that. So we got in the car, and that was the worst ride home. My daddy gave me the talk. My daddy was just going on and on, like, you don't need no boyfriend. You need to worry about school, blah, 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 blah. I want you to stop talking to him. And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, why did she do this? Like, I was going to tell my daddy, but I just didn't know how. Like, how do your baby come up to you and say, oh, I'm dating this guy? And I'm like, oh, gosh. So once we got home, I guess he didn't tell my mama, because my mama still didn't know. So I was like, okay, well, since she done met my daddy, might as well go ahead and meet the rest of my family. So then, like, as time progressed, he met my grandmother, my aunt, all of them. And so, like, everybody liked them. And then he met my twin. Well, I call him my twin. He's kind of my twin. But my twin brother, have you seen him in a previous video? If you have not watched it, I'll put a link up here. And I was like, how you like him? And he was like, he's good, I was like, okay. I did some slight. And so, like, we still had family functions that we went to. And I guess my daddy, like, really didn't say nothing about it again, because, like, when we would get together, like, he would just look at me with a little stank face. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, my daddy's gonna come around. He's gonna like you. Like, just wait. So then, like, all that happened. Summertime came around. We went back to JCLC. And, your girl was like, this my man. Nobody better not touch him. Nobody not talk to him. And I look at him. Stuff like that. So it wasn't like that. But then, like, school came back around, football games. I was at the games. So then our year, like, anniversary, if you want to call it, year anniversary came around. He bought me, like, a little gift, a little teddy bear, a little card, a little something slight. Like, he did, like, he gave me a lot of stuff, like, for my birthday, Valentine's Day, Christmas, stuff like that. And I really did like him. Like, I really did love him too. But, some people be like, no, ain't real love. But I thought it was real love. Like, I thought it was love. I told him I loved him. I'm so weak. So when I got, like, to become a senior, I talked to him, and I was like, well, I'm about to become a senior. I'm about to move on with my life. And, like, we can just break up or whatever. We can still remain friends. And, like, if we want to continue our relationship, once you graduate college or high school or whatever, we can. And he was like, okay, that's cool. But we didn't break up whenever I graduated. We stayed together. And I think that we should have broke up then, because, like, once I graduated, a lot of things happened, and we got into arguments, and we never really used to argue. Like, we never argued, barely. So we got in a lot of arguments, and that was the cause us to break up. Because, I was moving on my life, and I didn't want to, like, I wanted to do things, but then I had to think of, like, oh, you're in a relationship with this boy, blase, blase. He was moving on with his life, trying to graduate, trying to go to college, and we just didn't have time for each other. And we just, broke up. We broke up like 2 weeks before our 2-year anniversary or 3-year anniversary. I don't know. It was one of those. So, that was like one of the worst things in my life. Like, I didn't know like what to say. Like, I was heartbroken because, I really did love him and I really did like him, and we ended up breaking up. After we broke up, we tried to remain friends, and that didn't work. Like, we would always still argue. We like stopped talking on the phone like we used to. Like, we'll just text every once in a while, and it was kind of hard. Like, you go from talking to somebody every single day, every single night, to not talking to them at all, like about your feelings, about what's going on, like just like that. Like, it really hurt me inside. And so after a while, probably like a few months, we started to be friends again. And then he got into another relationship, and then all those, like, it was a lot of problems in there. So we stopped talking for a while. And then once he graduated, once the summer came around, and he was like, he was going to school, he wanted us to be cool, wanted us to be friends. So we started off talking, being friends, and everything was going great. Like, we was being friends. We hung out still. We like, sometimes like we'll just go get something to eat, go to the lake and chill, talk about things, reminisce on the good times, like stuff like that. To this day, like, when we broke up and like I deleted all my pictures off Instagram and everything, everybody was like, oh my god, y'all broke up? Like, why did y'all break up? Like, are y'all gonna get back together? Stuff like that. And like, it was really heartbroken to see that. Like, when people would ask me like, what happened to you and Donald? I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. But what I say is, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. To this day, me and him are still friends. We do still hang out every once in a while. I'll call him like if like something's really bothering me, and I'll just call and talk to him, stuff like that. But we really didn't want people to know that we were friends, because like everybody would think like, oh my gosh, they're getting back together. No, we're not. But if it does happen in the future, we can just continue what we started. I can say that our relationship was good, and like until the end. Like, the end was the worst part, but our relationship was good. He was a great person. Like, I never talked bad about him, because I just, I loved him as a person. Like, I still love him. To this day, I still say like, that's my dude, like that's my road dog. Man, he's like a best friend now, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we really don't talk like that much like as we used to. We talk every blue moon. I'm saying every blue moon. And so that's the end of my story. So if you like a good story time, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and comment down below on another video that you like me to do, a little story time that you like me to do, whatever it is, and I'll do it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. I love you guys. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for my new subscribers, my old subscribers, the people that have been writing me since day one. I thank you. I would like to thank the people that have been hitting me up, asking me when I'm going to do another video. I thank you guys too. You guys keep me motivated, and go ahead and keep hitting me up, liking me up, subscribing, whatever. Love you guys. Bye.
We should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit.